Good morning. How is everyone? Today's Thursday. Awesome. So, there was something that was talked to earlier in the book that I'm reading that I never really talked about, and then I just want to come full circle around to it. About yourself, know who you are, because in order to really be happy, you have to know, you have to have a purpose, you have to have a reason for living, have a reason for being. And so what his point was, which makes a lot of sense, is that we all look and try to find ourselves, like, oh, well, who are we? What are we doing? What do we need to do? Instead, he said, why don't you find out what you are not? Because it's easier to find out who you are if you eliminate who you are not. It's a lot easier sometimes to figure out what we can't do or what we're not good at, and then what we don't like. Well, you eliminate all those negatives or the things you don't like, then you get to, well, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, kind of thing. And then it comes to another story in the book where he was getting famous, and they're making a little bit of money, got a little villa, a little house overlooking something, and he had a maid. And so this lady comes, a friend of his, and says, oh, hey, and it's talking to, hey, look at this, I got a maid, and look at this, my blue jeans, they're ironed, and she goes, well, yeah, if that's what you want. And then he pondered on that and said, you know what? I don't really want my jeans pressed, ironed. And so what you're thinking about is that he just did because he could. And so that brings the question, you know, are we doing things sometimes because we can? Say something happens, oh man, I have this luxury, I got this. So you take it and you do, but it's not really what you want to do. But because you can, you do it. So, you know, it's pretty simplistic there, but that was a couple things that I had gotten from that. And then another thing that was kind of a kind of cool little nugget. Hey, when you're running downhill, don't trip yourself. Because we trip ourselves all the time. So that was just a couple things. I know a little random things, but oh yeah, one more thing is that sometimes you need to be. We don't need to be heard as much as sometimes we just need to know that other people can relate. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we think it's just us. We're going through this thing and we can't. It's just, you know, the world's crashing down and life's not no fun or no good. But you know what? And then we talk to someone and they go, oh, you know what? He's got the same problem or she's got the same problem as I do. And sometimes that's all people need, is just to feel like, you know what? I'm not the only one. And that gives you the energy or the boost to move forward in what you need to do. So a couple of little random sort of up and down, different weird things there. Wasn't nothing really cohesive about that message, except just a couple things that I took out of it. And maybe something that you maybe can ponder on a little bit too. Don't need to get your pants ironed. It's a metaphor of a lot of things in life. If you don't necessarily have to do it just because you have it or have access to it. All right, with that, y'all have a quintessential day.